What's good, everybody? It's DJ Son. In today's video, we're going over the year 6 season 3.3 designer's notes, right? Now, probably much like me, y'all were sitting here looking at these notes like, what do Ubisoft really be doing for real? But like, I'm gonna get to that in a second. So if you enjoyed this video, I just want to say first, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also made a channel for my single player adventures, like funny moments from when I play single player games, or boss fights, or any type of gaming news that may happen in the single player universe. So if you are interested in something like that, I will leave that link down in the description below. What am I talking about? Description box below. And you know, go ahead and sub over there. I got a video over there right now that just came out today, and I got a lot more in the works for y'all, so go ahead and check that out. But that's enough of me rambling. I'm gonna get into the video. So the first operator that they made changes to was Castle, right? They increased his armor panels to 4. He used to have 3 of them, and they reduced the melee hits required to destroy the armor panels to 9. It was 12. Did he need this? Yes. And I think this is fine, reducing the number of hits, because a lot of people tend to, especially in solo queue, like if your soft breacher like a sledge or something, or somebody that has breach charges just runs in and dies, you gonna be sitting there for a good minute meleeing the castle barricades in order to get them down. So reducing them to 9, especially because he has an extra one, is fine. So I think this is a good change. Now what I really don't understand is when we get to Clash, right? They gave her the super shorty. I don't understand this, because her primary weapon is her shield. So if you put a secondary on, which is the super shorty, you can't have that SMG on. What, she already has impacts already. She has the ability to make rotates and stuff like that. But like, make it holes in the wall, and they say it'll open up more gameplay options and utility for Clash, lending well to her up close and personal playstyle of play. Who gets close with Clash on the shield? Who does that? Who just rushes at somebody to the point where they can just pull out a super shorty? For one, I don't think you're gonna get that kill with that shotgun. I really don't. Why would somebody run a super shorty when they could put the automatic SMG on? This doesn't make any type of sense. And wasn't she was too weak anyway, right? So why would you make it so that you take away a pistol and add a shotgun, but you have to put that shotgun on in place of the SMG? This don't, we need to have a chat, bro. Can we have a chat, UB, please? Listen, y'all need to just, I'm available, okay? Just hire me for the dev team. I don't even have to make no changes. Just hire me to the person that could be in the middle of the boardroom when y'all come up with these ideas like this, and I could just be the person that says no. I could be the person that says, yo, that's a dumb idea, let's rethink this. Because obviously, y'all need somebody like that in the boardroom if y'all making changes like this to Clash. But we'll move on. So, another thing they did is with Capcom. So what they did is they increased the number of entry denial devices that could be put on one door. So now, you know, Capcom gets 5 EEDs. You can literally put all 5 on one door. Now, why somebody would do this? Because they're probably gonna be easy to see. I don't know. He already has like a good gun, and I don't really think he needed this anyway. But I mean, this is a cool thing to do, like, you know, for people to play around. It says the population targeted by this change is casual players, like, you know, messing around and casual and stuff like that. So that makes sense. People doing this type of thing in ranked, it's just like, I could see it happening, in all honesty, but come on now, like, was this really needed? Was my question. Like, do you really sit down and look at Capcom and say, yo, he needs a change, when there's all this other stuff that's wrong with the game per se? The thing that they decided to zero in and rework was Capcom. Cool change though, you know, I'm not knocking it, but did this really need to happen? Y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. Was this really needed? So now, Melusi. They gave her a bulletproof camera and they removed her nitro cell, which is fine. Melusi was kind of strong with the nitro cell, you know, for playing plant denial and all that stuff, especially with the Banshee. So this change is all right. I don't have any problems with it. The thing that I have a problem with is the next operator we can get into, and that is Oryx. Now on the graph, right? On the graph, they said that Oryx is underpicked and too strong. So if you want to reduce the dash charge refill time like they did to 8 seconds from 12 seconds, this is a buff, is it not? So you buff him even though he's too strong because you want people to pick him more. The only thing he's really good for is, for one, countering shields because he could charge a Montaigne or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, a Monty is going to be followed by somebody else. Number 2, he's good for movement around the map, like opening hatches and whatnot. You know, that's all right, I guess. But who is really, like, you're not going to get a good pick rate with Oryx because Oryx is not somebody that is pivotal to a team comp. You're not going to be able to, yo, we need an Oryx right now. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. So I don't know what they were thinking about with this change either. Maybe y'all could provide a little bit more sanity, I guess, to this in the comments. So just let me know what y'all think. Now with they increase his maximum magnet, so he gets 6 magnets instead of 4. I'm good with that. And they reduced the catching area. The catching area on his magnets was kind of, it was big. It was big. So I agree with this one. Nerfing the range and giving him more magnets is fine. No problem with this whatsoever. So now you know this wouldn't be a patch note if we didn't have no type of recoil change in here. So apparently Alibi is a crazy strong operator to Ubisoft's eyes, and they decided to nerf her recoil. So instead of her recoil being tight together, being like, you know, having minimal recoil, now it goes a little more to the right, I guess you could say, on the initial kick when you start to spray, and the bullets are more spaced out. So it says that Alibi has one of the 3 highest KD ratios, 1.26 out of all the operators when equipped with her MX4. So maybe this gun needed a buff or a nerf in their eyes. I really don't think it did. It's a nice gun, you know. You know, it's a very good gun, I will give you that, but it wasn't something to where it would be OP in my eyes. But maybe, you know, that's just me. It's not OP, but I could really see why they kind of did it, because this gun does have no recoil at all. I thought it was stupid at first, but the more I think about it, this is alright. This is okay. But this other gun that they did, the RONI, reduced the P10 RONI magazine to 15. It was 19 plus 1. 15 plus 1, it was 19 plus 1. They increased the vertical recoil and they increased the first kick recoil. Now the RONI is already a gun that requires some type of skill to use, right? This is not a gun where you could just run out and just be good with it if you don't know how to, for one, if you don't know how to aim, for 2, if you don't know anything about, you know, placements and siege and stuff like that. You can't just run around the map with the RONI and not know what you're doing and just get kills. That's not happening. So the P10 didn't really need this nerf that they're doing, in all honesty. I don't know what it is with Ubisoft where they look at guns and they say, yo, you know, people are using this a little too much. I think we need to, you know, go ahead and nerf this. Like, I don't, when will we ever get to a point in the game where every operator is just, you just leave them alone? They're balanced. Just leave them where they at. Nobody is asking for a P10 nerf. Nobody is asking for that. Unless I haven't seen it. Maybe y'all seen it. I don't know. This is something where I don't really know why they nerfed this gun. This is kind of like, it's making me scratch my head. But the last thing is the hard breach charge. You now get 2 instead of 1. If you put the hard breach charge on a wall, you literally have to vault in it. So if you put 2, it's gonna be a little dangerous. But if you put 2, it could be the size to where at least you can crouch in there, or, you know, you might be able to stand depending on how big the hole is. So that's fine. So the only things that I have a problem with is the P10 RONI nerf, the Oryx buff, and the class change. I don't really know why they did those, but everything else in the patch notes seems fine to me. I just hope from here on out that they do a little bit better from doing all these changes and stuff like that, man. Like, can we get a season to where we just don't balance nothing? Like, just don't change no operators, don't change no guns, work on reinforcing the battle eye system to where cheaters are, it's hard for them to cheat. Like, they gonna have to go through Fort Knox itself into the Pentagon if they want to cheat on Rainbow Six Siege. How about we focus on doing that before we focus on changing all these operators? That's all I asked for. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all need to email me and just I'll be in the boardroom. Just send me an email. Good Lord.